I just saw this crazy promotion, $0 payments for 6 months by Brown Homes here in the Edgebrooke community in Austin, Texas. So if you're looking to move to Austin, Texas, consider buying a new home, you should definitely check out the Edgebrooke community here in Pflugerville, Texas. And I want to show you the two homes right here. One is going to be the model home 2443. Another one is going to be the 1443 square feet home. They got some amazing deals going on, including a 7% promotion, which I'm going to talk about later in this video. So let's take a look at our first model home. Now let's take a look at the first model home. The name, the floor plan is going to be the 2446 floor plan. It's actually named after its square feet. So that's actually the best naming convention I can imagine, because I just know how big the floor plan is. It's going to be 2446 square feet. It's going to be on a 4,600 square feet lot. And it's a 2-story, and it's going to have 4 bedroom and 2 bathroom. Let's take a look inside. I'm going to show you why this home is going to be worth $475,000. I personally think it's one of the best deals on the market, considering its location, considering its brand new construction home. Is actually a really good deal. Let's go take a look inside. And the front entrance right here looks to be like a 20-foot ceiling. I personally love this sort of front entrance. It just gives you this grand feeling, right? It has picture window over here, bringing tons of natural light. It has 2 picture windows upstairs right there, and they also bring in lots of natural light. So it actually feels like a huge entrance right here. And one thing I love about them is that they actually turned this downstairs area, usually it's like the hair powder cubicle, they turned it into a half bathroom. What do you think about it? Do you like to have a half bathroom right underneath the staircase, or do you prefer to turn this into a storage space? Feel free to leave a comment down below. Love to hear what you think. And now we're in the open floor design down here. We have the living room, we have the dining room, we have the kitchen area all together. It's very trendy, very much open floor design. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you can see that a lot of builders are integrating this sort of design style because it just gives much bigger feeling when you enter the living room area compared to if you just have a more enclosed and more separated area. So I personally like this sort of design. I think it's going to be the trend for the next decade or so. So I personally like it a lot. And now in the kitchen area, I like that you have the white color countertop, which is in quartz. And then you also have the light color cabinet colors. So these two combination really gives that bright feeling of this entire kitchen area. And then here comes to the stovetop. You can see it's an electric stovetop. So this cooktop actually is because this entire neighborhood, or tons of new neighborhood, or tons of new construction homes now, they use a all-electric system. So some older neighborhoods might have more natural gas. They might have a natural gas pipeline underneath the entire neighborhood. But in this case, this seems to be an all-electric community. And now we're in the garage area. Once you enter the garage, you can have your mud bench over here. They actually decorated it into a mud bench, but it actually gives you that feeling, you know, once you enter from the garage, you can hang your coat, you can hang your hat, your umbrella over here, and then sit on the mud bench over here. It's a fantastic design. I like it quite a bit. And now this is the master bedroom downstairs. It does have the master bedroom on the first floor, and it's going to be towards the end of the house, away from the door. Now I like this sort of setting. I like the sort of layout where it gives you more privacy away from all the main activities outside. So you basically enter into a secluded area in your house. And then you have the bay window upgrade over here, which adds to that little touch, gives that little accent to make this entire master bedroom look a little bit bigger, look a little brighter. I like this sort of design quite a bit as well. And here is the master bathroom. It does have this 2 faucet over here. To me, I personally prefer to have a split double faucet where you have my own space, they have their own space. At the same time, you can see that I personally think that having a bathtub in the master bathroom is something like a must-have for me. I feel that if I had a tub and a standing shower, I can enjoy this space a lot more. I know a lot of builders out there, when they're building the master bathroom, they don't really include a tub anymore because according to their market research, that's not really the trend anymore. It's not really a must-have. I don't know about that. Wow, what do you think about this topic? Feel free to leave a comment down below. Do you want to have a tub in your master bathroom? Let me know in the comments down below. And here is the walk-in closet. To me, it does feel a little snug. It does feel very cozy. I personally prefer to have a wider and larger or even split walk-in closet. So this one doesn't really meet my bar, but let me know if you're interested in this home. Let me know if you're interested in understanding more about this floor plan. Feel free to call me, text me using a number down below, or schedule a call with me. Love to help you out and understand this community and find the best home when you move here in Austin, Texas. And now we're in the upstairs unit. Upstairs right here, you can see I like this space, right? 2,400 square feet. So you do have a pretty big playroom upstairs. It's just big enough for me to enjoy my area without feeling too crowded. So I like this just enough of the size of an upstairs unit. It does have something a little weird right here. It has a little cubicle over here. Seems to be like another walk-in closet, which is right next to the living room, which I don't quite understand. Like, what do you use this space for, right? Maybe you have a better idea what this space is used for. Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this part. And here's the first bedroom over here. When you walk upstairs, right behind the living room, you get it right here. This one has almost as big as the master bedroom downstairs. So you can call this the primary guest room if you wanted to. Have a much bigger, to me, it looks like a much bigger walk-in closet over there compared to the downstairs unit. Only trade-off is it does not have an attached bathroom, which I think that if you want to go to the bathroom up here, you have to go walk all the way out there, across the living room upstairs, the game room upstairs, and then go into the shared bathroom between these three rooms upstairs. So that's one thing I do not like. And then here is the other guest room upstairs. This one only has one window on one side of the wall. So this means that if you want to have plenty of sunlight across the entire house, it'll be pretty hard to achieve unless you face the direction of the home just right. Right? Because the other room is going to be on the opposite end, has the window open on the other side. So it's going to be some part of the room upstairs is going to get some light, some other part is going to be dark like the rest of the day. So it's going to be that trade-off you're going to have to make. And here's that other guest room down here. You can see this feels a little bit darker compared to the other side because the sun is, I think, is over there right now. By the way, I forgot to mention the deals this builder has going on. They have this promo called, and when you move in, you get a 6-month free promo. Basically, you get to live in this place for 6 months free. That's only if you use all entire 7% of their flex credit to use it towards paying your mortgage. So basically, if they give you 7% in the home price towards closing costs to buy down interest rate, or again towards making your mortgage payment, which I think is a pretty decent deal. So if you're interested in learning more about it, feel free to connect with me using the number down below. Using this contact number, email me, call me, text me, set up an appointment with me. I love to walk you through how to buy a home in this community, how to get the best deal when you're moving here in Austin, Texas. And here's the final bathroom up here, which to me seems a little strange because this bathroom right here seems to be using much better materials and a lot more materials. You can see this washing station right here, double faucet. It is to be a larger and wider, and it just feels bigger than the master bathroom. At the same time, it has a tub over here compared to there's no tub downstairs. So I feel like they use a lot more upgrades and a lot more money and resources up here instead of using it in the master bathroom. I personally prefer that you flipped it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. But now let's take a look at the rest of the home tours. And now let's take a look at this inventory home behind me. This is at the 1533 floor plan, and thank you so much for naming it after its square footage. So it does have 1,533 square feet, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, and I think it actually has a very decent layout. So let's take a look right now. And before we get into the inside of the home, you can see this front patio. It does have this extended front patio and has this strong dark color pillar over here. So I personally think this style actually makes it stand out from the rest of this neighborhood. So I personally like it quite a bit. And this entire home, as you enter, you'll notice that, or I noticed that it has all of this rectangular tiles. And these tiles, they look like hardwood flooring, which is this new trendy thing, right? Everybody loves hardwood flooring, but they don't really want to deal with the maintenance. They don't want to deal with the expenses. So you have tiles like this, where it's easier to clean, where it's easier to have waterproof to take care of, and it still looks like hardwood. I liked it. I like this quite a bit. And then once you enter the garage, you can enter from over here. You will have your laundry room over in this side. The only thing it does not have is this, what I personally love quite a bit, is the mud bench. I wish that it has a mud bench area, but that's very, very uncommon in this under 1,500 square feet home. But what it does have is this mud room over here. So you can hang your coat, you can hang your umbrella. It doesn't really rain a lot here in Texas, so I don't know how often you're gonna use your umbrella, but still a good place for you to store your coat, store your hat, store your shoes, whatever you wanna be. And then here on the right-hand side, you do get this guest room over here, and there's another guest room behind it right next door, and both of those rooms gonna share the bathroom in the middle. And now in this other room, I forgot to mention the price of this home is $414,000, and the builder, you know, like always, is gonna give you some discounts, some incentives. Some incentives that's going on right now is about 7% incentives in closing costs. So you can use that to go towards your mortgage payment, to go towards buying down the interest rate, to pay for closing costs, etc. So this could be a really good deal. You might be able to get this home. Just take a look at the numbers right now, $380,000, and you might get a lower mortgage payment. So I think this could be a really good deal, especially considering its location, being so close to Apple, being so close to Samsung, being so close to all of the amenities, all the shopping center, the shopping area, Costco, HEB, all of those fantastic, very, very close by. So this is a great location. A lot of the price of the home goes towards the location of the home. And now here's the guest bathroom over here. You can see it does have the same color schema of quartz countertop, and then the bathtub over here. And this is the only bathtub in this room. I'm going to show you the master bathroom later, which I personally think it has a little funky vibe going on. So you don't want to miss that. Let's go take a look at that later. But now let's continue touring this beautiful home. And what I like about this, you know, we utilize this sort of floor plan a lot, this open floor design. You can see the kitchen from here. You can see the dining room, the living room back there. So this entire area feels a lot bigger, right? If you enter any old home from, let's say, the 1990s, where the separation between the living room, the kitchen, and even the dining area, sometimes the whole room will feel more crowded. And that's not the case when we have this open floor design. And now right here, we do have the quartz countertop. It is pretty wide. I like that quite a bit. And it has this light color cabinet color. At the same time, it has this farmhouse kitchen sink. And here's the particular feature that I like the most, which is you have two windows over here. When you put your dishes down here, you get the sunlight shining in. Gives you plenty of opportunity to clean your dishes while looking outside for the view. So I like that quite a bit. And we have the microwave range top over here. So this whole area seems to be pretty standard upgrades. I like it. And this is the master bedroom, actually. This master bedroom, it's not the biggest master bedroom I've seen, to be honest with you. But it does give plenty of space. If you want to put a king-size bed in the middle, you still have plenty of room in the rest of the area. So I think that this is a pretty good place, pretty good placement. And I do like that outside you see nothing right there. It's basically bushes and trees. So it gives you that green belt view. I'm not sure if they're gonna build anything back there, but if they do, well, at least you can enjoy the view right now, am I right? And then right here, you can see the master bathroom. This is the funky vibe I was talking about. This is not a rectangular shape. This is not a square shape. This is a polygon, a polygon. It has like multiple sides. It has a side right here, a side right here. It just shapes a little weird. And then you do have the double faucet over here. It doesn't really seem like tons of space. And then it's missing one of the features that I like, which is having a bathtub in the master bathroom. It only has a walk-in shower. I wish that they turned this into a bathtub with the walk-in shower. I can live with that, right? And then the funky closet right here, you can see it does have this irregular shape. You have some hangers over here and some hangers over here and over here and over here. It just feels a little weird, right? But the good thing is that what I noticed is that it has tiles throughout this entire home, including the closet over here. So that means that, you know, when you cleaning, when you're vacuuming, you don't have to worry about doing the carpet. So that's one pros of the home for sure. And as I mentioned before, if you're interested in touring the Brown home, in touring this Edgebrooke community, feel free to reach out to me using the number down here. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, schedule an appointment with me. Love to help you buy a home here in Austin. And let's now take a look at the rest of the amenities in this community.